Once you have finished mapping your fences, you move to the Select Assembly page, where you can change strainer assembly types or add gates to your fences. On the left, you have a list of fences that you have mapped. You can click on each of these and the map will zoom to that fence so you can edit it. On the map, if you hover the mouse over an assembly icon, a preview of that assembly will appear. Fence.farm has designated the appropriate assembly type to each point based on the alignment of the fence either side, so either straight or a corner assembly. You can click on any point and change the assembly type if necessary. You can choose from a range of treated pine assemblies or prefabricated assemblies. You can choose a normal post, which will have no gripples associated with it, or you can choose nothing if an assembly already exists in that position. This might be the case if the fence you're designing is adjoining an existing fence with an appropriate assembly in place. This is also where you can add gates and gate assemblies. Just go to the Add Gate menu, choose the appropriate gate type and gate length. You'll then be asked if a new assembly is required on both sides of the gate. The answer will usually be yes, unless the gate is adjoining an existing fence or structure. We can see here the fence.farm has attached a gate and 2 assemblies to this point. This is why only a single point is required at a gate location when mapping your fences. You can also change the distance between strainer assemblies with this slider bar. Fence.farm will ensure that the distance between all assemblies is less than the number in this box. It will do this by adding extra assemblies between the points that you have mapped. So you can see here, as I slide the slider bar down, the number is reduced and extra assemblies are placed on that fence. Or if I slide it back up, the distance between assemblies is increased and assemblies are removed. So we can add gates or change these assembly types too. So on this page we also have a summary of assemblies showing the number of each assemblies on the fence that's selected, the unit cost of those assemblies and the total cost of those assemblies. If we hover over the design button, we see a list of the posts that make up that assembly type. So if we click on this button, we can change the design of this assembly. So in here we can change the height of the assembly, we can change the depth of strainer posts and stay posts, we can change the diameter and length of stay posts, rail posts and the strainer posts. So if we select a strainer post that's too short for the fence that we've built, a warning will come up telling us to either increase the length of the strainer post, reduce the fence height or reduce the minimum post depth if that's appropriate. So all treated pine assembly types use the same stay, rail and post types. So if you change the posts in an end assembly, they'll also change for a straight assembly or a corner assembly type. So remember to save your changes at any time and click on the help icon for more direction. So once you've finished selecting your assembly types, hit the continue button to go on to the design fence phase. If at any stage you need to change your assembly types or add new gates, press the back button to go back to the select assembly page.